Black Mesa is back in the news because they recently released a brand new patch for the game, which is called the Nekro Patch. No idea what the name really means, to be honest, but this patch fixes a lot. They added DXVK support, they improved the performance, added a bunch of fixes to the game's post-processing effects and the dynamic lighting system, and much more. You can read all about it by checking out the official patch notes. And honestly, what better way to celebrate this new patch than by checking out a mod for Black Mesa that is relatively new and undiscovered, but nonetheless very interesting and, above all, very mysterious. And it's called Black Mesa Concealed Information. Let's get into it. LambdaGeneration. Now, I know some of you guys might have expected the Black Mesa Blue Shift interview by now, but a video like that needs a lot of editing work. I got to trim down at least 4 hours of footage, and well, that just takes time. So in the meantime, I got this diamond in the rough for you. Expect the interview to come out next week. I promise it's going to be worth the wait. Black Mesa Concealed Information is a mod for, well, Black Mesa, developed by Firos. Currently, the first 3 chapters of it are finished and playable and can be subscribed to through the Steam Workshop page for Black Mesa. In this mod, you play as a scientist named Edward Heinrich, who studied something called the Red Crystal, which is supposed to be the most rare and powerful crystal in all of Zen. Now, you have to lead an expedition over to where the Black Mesa team has actually found one in order to study it more closely. But as you can imagine, stuff might not go as planned. This information didn't come from the mod's page itself, by the way. I had to learn those story details by playing the mod. The only other thing in the description is a section on how to install the mod properly, by copying the contents from this file path to the Black Mesa install directory and then by double-clicking the patch file. And there is a section about known bugs and credits as well, but that's about it. Shall we play this then? Heck yes, let's play it! But not before we downgrade Black Mesa to the previous version because this mod keeps crashing on the Nekro Patch. Well, that celebration didn't last long now, did it? Concealed Information starts you off on a tram ride through Black Mesa where you actually get to see some new set pieces along the way. I believe this tram track is old parts straight from the base game mixed in with new bespoke parts created for the mod itself. But I could be wrong about that. It kinda tells you how good the mapping already is so far, and trust me, it's only going to get better. After arriving to our destination, we get to help this guy get out of a broken down elevator by opening the door a bit further for him. I swear this guy could have fitted through this gap though, come on. Moving along, we get to this incredibly detailed looking office complex like part of the facility. I kid you not when I'm saying that all of these environments look almost like they could fit right into the base game. The quality of it all is absolutely amazing. From the lighting to the geometry and the usage of textures and props, it's definitely up there as one of the prettiest looking mods I've played for Black Mesa so far. I mean, Firos created this whole outside area only to have something there when you look out the windows. And there is stuff happening outside as well. NPCs interacting with each other, helicopters flying away, and more. And of course, the same amount of stuff is actually happening inside as well, with NPCs working and doing their thing all over the place. We actually haven't really seen what the office complex was like before the Resonance Cascade, so this mod does a great job showcasing what life was like here before all that happened. After a while of walking and admiring the scenery of a regular office building, you come to a small presentation room where you get to prepare the people that are coming with you on your expedition to the Red Crystal. And apparently that takes 1.5 hours. After all that's done, we can make our way back to our dorm room in the same complex. But not before standing at this large window admiring the lightning storm going on outside with your coworkers. Wow. You finally get to your dorm to get some good rest. You turn off the lights and that's the end of a long day of work. Now, you might think, there really hasn't been that much action up until this point, huh? But the mod isn't over yet. What was that? Is there someone at the door? Ah, it's the answer to my question. After we come closer to the entity in a full HEV suit, we're transported to a room with dead soldiers and Vortigons? Damn, what happened while we were asleep? Did we miss the entire resonance cascade? Who sleeps through something like that? This mod gets, really surreal after this. We have to follow this blue orb around until we're teleported to a tram station where we have to get on a tram that suddenly goes so freaking fast that it smashes through time and space and lands us back into our dorm room. And the TV is broadcasting the G-Man. But that's not the weirdest thing, because we're in Zen now. Is that what happened to the tram I was just on? How did I survive this? We have to smash another G-Man TV in a rather familiar location, walk through some more really awesome looking Zen environments, and eventually we come across the very thing that we've been studying all this time, the red crystal. And what you do with it, I'm going to leave a mystery. After you're done with the red crystal, you move on through more Zen environments and even a Black Mesa research station until you meet a huge black hole looking thing in the sky. And underneath that, we meet a rather familiar face.
This is just the beginning.
And that's where the mod ends. Yup, rather abrupt, I know. More is in development right now, so this will be extended at some point, but for now, this is it. And I gotta tell you, this mod got something. I really love the concepts and the style that it's going for. No, it doesn't contain high-octane action or anything like that. It's very tame in that regard. In fact, you really don't have to fight any danger whatsoever. It's a walking simulator, for the lack of a better word. And I think this has the potential to be a pretty darn good one. The mapping is incredible, the visuals are great, and while the story is kind of a mystery and leaves a bit to be desired at the moment, especially the bad English text that's on screen sometimes, I think that when this is more complete, it could be a very, very interesting experience. Heck, I think it already is. So if you want to download Black Mesa Concealed Information for yourself and experience all this on your own, then go for it. There is a link in the description. I can't wait to see what comes up next. What's coming up next for this video, though, is the end. What do you think? Would you like to play Concealed Information for yourself, or do you just hate these kinds of walking simulators? Let me know in the comments. Next week, I'll be publishing the Black Mesa Blue Shift interview, so be on the lookout for that. Now make sure you're subscribed so you'll be one of the first ones to see it. And hey, while you're at it, why not leave a like as well? It couldn't hurt, right?